Hello, everyone. I'm Layla's sister. Hey, kids, have you ever seen a glass slipper? The crystal clear glass slipper is really beautiful. Today, Layla's sister is going to tell you a story about a glass slipper. Please, kids, have a seat. The story is about to begin. In a land far, far away, a long time ago, there was a small village nestled by a lush, green forest. In this village lived many kind and gentle people who always helped one another and cared deeply for each other. In this beautiful village, there lived a particularly lovely girl named Cinderella. Cinderella was the kindest and gentlest girl in the village, with a heart as pure as freshly fallen snow and a smile as warm as sunlight, making everyone feel a sense of warmth. She was always willing to lend a helping hand to others, whether it was caring for small animals or assisting her neighbors. Cinderella shared a deep and loving bond with her father. They often wandered together through the fields of the village, savoring the beauty of nature. Her father imparted to her much wisdom about life and love, teaching her that love was the most important thing in the world. He told her that as long as her heart was filled with love, everything would become beautiful, no matter what happened. However, one day, her father fell ill, and he became very weak. In the final moments of his life, he said to Cinderella, "My dear daughter, our love will be together forever, even if I am no longer here. Be brave, be strong, and continue to live a happy life." These were his last words to her, and tears flowed from his eyes like glistening pearls, causing Cinderella to weep as well. After her father's passing, Cinderella went through a difficult period. Without her father's love and support, she felt even lonelier. She often sat alone by the window, gazing into the distance and longing for her father. However, she also understood the important lesson her father had left her, which was the power of love and strength. Despite her stepmother and stepsister's unkindness towards her, often burdening her with extra chores, Cinderella never allowed the difficulties to break her spirit. Instead, she responded to each unfair treatment with love and kindness. She always wholeheartedly completed her household tasks, hoping to bring a little warmth and harmony to her family. Then, on a cold winter day, Cinderella's fate began to change. The palace of the kingdom announced some important news. They were planning a grand banquet to celebrate the prince's birthday. This news reached Cinderella's home, and her stepmother and stepsisters received invitations. However, they had never considered Cinderella, telling her, "You are Cinderella, and such an event is not suitable for you." At that moment when Cinderella felt utterly hopeless, it seemed as if a magical connection had formed between her heart and the stars. She closed her eyes and quietly made her most sincere wish, her voice gentle yet resolute, filled with a longing for happiness. She asked the stars to help her attend the grand banquet, as it was a crucial moment in her life and an opportunity for her to shine. After making her wish, she felt a gentle breeze brushing against her, and the stars seemed to shine even brighter, as if they were responding to her plea. At that moment, Cinderella felt a wondrous sensation in her heart, as if a mysterious force was supporting her. To her astonishment, just when she thought it was a beautiful dream, a miracle occurred. A fairy, dressed in a shimmering blue gown and wearing a sparkling crown, suddenly appeared before her. The beauty of the fairy was unmatched. Her eyes radiated wisdom and kindness, and her voice was as sweet as music. The fairy smiled at Cinderella and said, "My dear Cinderella, I am a fairy who has come to help you. I heard your wish, and now I will help you make it come true. Close your eyes, and I will make you even more beautiful so that you can attend the banquet." Cinderella's emotions were beyond words as she closed her eyes and felt the magic of the fairy. When she opened her eyes again, she could hardly believe what she saw. She was wearing a dazzling blue gown, and her crown sparkled brightly. Her beauty was more enchanting than ever before. The fairy had also conjured a pair of crystal-clear glass slippers for her, which shimmered like stars. As Cinderella entered the banquet hall, it seemed as if the entire world had come to a standstill. Her beauty shone like the brightest stars in the night sky, illuminating the entire venue. Her blue gown sparkled as if it were a vast sapphire sea, and the crown atop her head made her appear even more elegant and regal. People marveled in awe, feeling as if they had stepped into a fairy tale world. The prince was no exception. He was immediately captivated by Cinderella's beauty. He approached her and courteously invited her to dance. As they swayed gracefully in the center of the banquet hall, music and laughter filled the air, making it seem as if the entire world had become more beautiful with each step of their dance. The conversation between Cinderella and the prince was filled with affection and warmth. They shared their dreams and hopes with each other, attentively listening to each other's stories. The prince was moved by Cinderella's intelligence and kindness, while Cinderella deeply admired the prince's gentlemanly demeanor and warm smile. The entire banquet hall was filled with joy and blessings, and people celebrated the beautiful couple. Cinderella felt like she was in a dream come true, her heart overflowing with joy and gratitude. This night became one of the most unforgettable moments in her life, and she realized that she was undergoing a marvelous transformation. As the midnight chimes rang softly, Cinderella's heart seemed to quicken its beat. She suddenly remembered the fairy's warning. This was her most magical moment, but also her most challenging one. She couldn't break her promise. She had to leave the banquet. She hastily bid farewell and rushed out of the banquet hall, running towards the palace's entrance with all her might. Her heart raced in her chest, and her head turned swiftly to ensure she wouldn't be noticed. She could feel the relentless passage of time as the midnight chimes continued without pause. During her hurried departure, she accidentally dropped one of her glass slippers, which made a delicate sound as it hit the ground, almost like a farewell. The prince noticed the glass slipper and knew it was meant for only one person, the enchanting girl from the banquet. The prince resolved to find the mysterious owner of the glass slipper. He instructed his messengers to search every corner of the kingdom and place the glass slipper on the feet of every girl, hoping to find the woman he had fallen deeply in love with. However, one after another, the girls failed to fit into the glass slipper, leaving the prince disheartened. The prince tirelessly continued his search for the mysterious girl who had captured his heart. He traversed the entire kingdom, gently placing the glass slipper on the feet of every girl, hoping to find her. However, each attempt ended in disappointment, as the glass slipper never seemed to fit perfectly on anyone's foot. The prince's heart grew increasingly heavy, and his hope was battered with each failure. However, his love and determination kept him persevering. He believed that the beautiful girl he had met at the banquet must exist. She was his true love. In the end, he arrived at Cinderella's home with one last glimmer of hope. When the glass slipper fit perfectly on Cinderella's foot, he knew he had finally found his true love, the beautiful and kind-hearted girl he had longed for. The prince saw her beauty and kindness and immediately proposed to her. Cinderella sweetly accepted the prince's proposal, knowing that this was the happiest moment of her life. Their love was filled with romance and commitment, and they were ready to face the challenges of the future together, whether it was the sweet moments or the hardships of life. They held a grand wedding at the palace, and all the guests were touched by the love story of the newlyweds. The banquet hall was decorated like a fairy tale, with flowers and candles illuminating the entire venue, creating a magical atmosphere. The bride wore a magnificent white gown, resembling a true princess, and the groom looked exceptionally handsome. Their love story was like the protagonists in a fairy tale. Cinderella's story teaches us that no matter how difficult life may be, as long as we remain kind and strong, opportunities for happiness will come our way. And even when we feel disappointed, the magic of a fairy godmother can help us achieve our dreams. So, dear children, please remember that everyone has their own story of happiness, and as long as you believe, dreams can come true. We hope your lives are filled with love and happiness, just like Cinderella's. The story has come to an end. If you enjoyed more of Layla Sisters' stories, remember to like and subscribe to Layla Sisters' channel. And please share it too. Layla Sister loves kids who like to share the most. Let other kids know about this story too. So until next time, goodbye and take care.